Huge energy update come your way, maybe even the biggest one we've had all year. Hey guys, you guys are new. Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Astrology Dream, and in today's video, we are going to be doing an energy update. We're going to be talking about planets ending retrograde, which planets are going in retrograde, what's going on with the full moon, even a portal, a whole bunch of goodies. But make sure you stay tuned till the end because we will be doing a pick a card for your full moon message. Okay. All right. So this full moon. We're having on October 9th. Yes, this is a full moon video. However, it's going to be a full moon / energy update because there's so much going on. So we have so much to talk about here today. So the full moon we are having will be on October 8th. I'm so sorry, October 9th, and it will be in the sign of Aries. And it will be at 3:55 p.m. Central Standard Time. So there's a lot going on during this full moon time, and let's jump into the 5 things that you need to know about this full moon in Aries. Okay, so the first thing that we need to talk about is there are 3 planets. How many planets? 3 planets ending retrograde, guys. Some of these planets, we started retrograde season back at end of April when Pluto went retrograde, and then one by one, it was like, oh god, there was like 6 planets in Chiron in retrograde. It was just like a lot, right? So a lot of these are ready to go station back direct, and they're all happening this month. So I want to highlight this, okay? So Pluto actually will go back direct on October 8th. So this is the day before the full moon. So it's like, Pluto's done. I'm done. Let me stop moving backwards. Here I am going to station back direct. And then the next day, we're going to have the full moon. Actually, there's another thing I'm going to talk about. It's going to happen the day after the full moon. But I'm going to leave that as the one of the other points coming up. So it's like wham, bam, 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 things back to back happening. Let's take the planets first. So we also have Saturn. Saturn went retrograde back in June. Now Saturn will go back direct on the 23rd, but I do want to highlight it because this is all important. This is all happening all month. All of these retrogrades are ending. And there's a new one starting at the end of the month too. We'll talk about that in 1 second. And we'll talk about what this means. Now, the other one that already went station back direct, which I'm sure you guys know, is Mercury, right? So Mercury went back station direct on October 2nd. Now, Mercury is known for communication. If anything wonky has been going on with any electronics, you guys can definitely blame Mercury. Don't forget, there is a post shadow. So it usually lasts about 2 weeks after the retrograde. So if things are still a little finicky, just hang on. Mercury's still figuring out his stuff while he gets back direct. So there might be some lingering effects, but usually they're pretty mild. You might not feel them as much. Now Saturn, like I said, Saturn has been retrograde for some time, and Saturn has been teaching us truth and justice and karma and fairness and a lot of discipline and like testing our energies. So if things have been a little chaotic and you feel like the universe has been against you and the universe has been testing you, especially since June, guess what? When Saturn goes back direct, the chaos kind of levels out, right? But also keep in mind that why these planets go retrograde, teach us some lessons. So when we work with those energies, then now you get to reap the rewards. So just a heads up, end of the month, 23rd, Saturn will go back direct. And then the other planet, Pluto, right? So Pluto is all about death, sex, and transformation. So bringing in huge transformation, which I'm going to talk about a few other themes here, like explosive themes of transformation that's happening. So if we've done the real inner work during these times of retrograde, Pluto's going to reward us big times with those endings and new beginnings and all the death and rebirth energy. Pluto will be like, whoa. Okay, it was all worth it. Like I went to the darkness to find the light. Like Pluto was here to be like, you did it. So just be aware that we have 3 planets ending the retrograde. However, like I said, there's another one joining the mix. We still have a few other planets retrograde. Neptune, Jupiter, Uranus, Chiron, and then who wants to join good old Mars? Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I'm only halfway kidding. Oh, Mars retrograde. Okay, so Mars is a planet, all masculine energy, a lot of aggression energy. So a lot of patience, right? Nurturing yourself, not to go flying off the handle. Mars might be coming in to mix things up, to shake things up, to test you out a little bit. And you know what? Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a full video on Mars because there's so much I could say about it. And so, God, there was just so much happening during this full moon. So I was like, oh, we have to talk about all of it. So I will highlight the dates. So October 30th, end of the month through January 12th will be Mars retrograde. And I will do a whole video on this so we could like really talk about it, right? And how to work with these energies so they don't work against us. So just be aware, all these planets are shifting, and so we can shift as well. So that's the first theme. Now the second theme I want to talk about, yes, I always get excited during this time. This is so misunderstood. Listen, it is going into eclipse season. I get so freaking excited because, oh man, and you know what? I'll probably do a full video on that as well. I'm really trying to make this about the moon, but I cannot talk about, I cannot not talk about the stuff. So let's highlight the dates. Eclipse season will be October 25th, and then we'll have the second one on November 8th. So we will be in eclipse season during that whole time. This is a huge energy for transformation when you play your cards right. So, here's why I wanted to bring it up in this video. And then, like I said, I'll talk about it deeper, because when all these planets are like done messing with us, and I say that very loosely, I don't mean it in anything bad. There's no negative, right? I just mean when they go back direct, because it's a little wonky sometimes when they're retrograde. With the 3 planets ending retrograde and then eclipse season starting, it's whoa, explosive time for change, transformation, new beginnings, all this great energy. And so I had to highlight this because like this full moon in Aries we're having is in the middle of all of this stuff. God, we got Libra and Venus too. I didn't even put that as one of my bullet points. I normally always do 5 bullet points, like 5 major themes that like I channel and stuff to talk about. And it all came up about astrological stuff. There's only a couple things we're going to talk about like on the personal development stuff I got. However, that's another thing, like Venus, Libra and Venus, that's their home. They're like in each other's place. So little side note, a lot of love going on. God, there's just, I need to do a week of these videos. There's so much to talk about. But eclipse season is going to spark us into like brand new energies. So I will do a whole video on that. So I'm trying to jam everything into one video, which this is why next week I'm going to be doing an announcement where I'm going to have one day of the week where it's all about astrology, because what I've noticed is I'm trying to do my astrology videos on Sunday, and 1, it's taking away from the spiritual awakening videos, and 2, there's so much to go on. Like I need every week to talk about the different portals, the different planets, the different moons, the different like all of this stuff. And so that's why, guys, I think on Wednesday is when I'll make the announcement, because it's going to happen on Wednesdays, right? So you might as well make the announcement on Wednesday. So then I'll be able to like actually give the time and energy to talk about each of these more thoroughly instead of just rushing. I'll give you the highlights today, and then just stay tuned each Wednesday going forward. We'll be breaking down all of these things. Like think of this as like almost like the monthly energy update along with the full moon. It's just the full moon is very much entangled with this. So I don't know. When I channeled, they're like, yes, put it in. You've got to talk about the stuff now. And then we can kind of go into it deeper. So the second theme is eclipse season is starting October 25th through November 8th. Let's manifest huge dreams here, okay? Now, the third theme I want to talk about is all about this full moon, okay? The third theme I want to talk about is fresh starts are all around. I mean, all around. And I'm going to tap into Aries energies with this, okay? Aries is the first zodiac sign. This is brand new beginnings. So as we have all these endings happening with the retrogrades ending and about to go into a brand new season of eclipse season, the full moon is the middle. God, and then you bring in Aries. I'm just like, whoa, let's go back to the beginning. Like fresh starts. Like second chances. It's not even so much second chances. I'd rather highlight it as fresh starts, but this is all around because we're able to tap in those Aries energies. So a good time to start something, right? Doesn't have to be a project, doesn't have to be a hobby, like just start something new, like whatever it is that aligns with you. It just, I don't know how else to put it except for fresh starts all around while we're in this Aries energy. Tap into it, okay? Especially with the full moon, right? The full moon is coming into completion. So as we're closing up the cycles with the full moon, we're actually closing up the retrogrades. And then Aries is like, bam, hi, here I am, new beginnings. Like, let's go, fresh start. So, okay, that's the third theme. Now, the fourth theme I want to talk about, which I try to highlight this in all my videos since I am the chakra coach. I always want to talk about what chakra is affected during the moon cycles, stuff like that, is the root chakra. Now, why is it the root chakra? Well, with the full moon in Aries, Aries is the first zodiac sign. We go down to the first chakra. Well, when we're talking about the 7 chakras, right? You go to the root chakra. So grounding, red stones you can work with. You can do some color therapy with color reds. Carnelian's a good one. Just, I mean, you could even do some black, but I'm really just like, as I'm even seeing this, I'm like physically seeing red. So that's where I'm going to say, and I know the root chakra is red, but black stones resonate with the root chakra too. But the root chakra is going to be heavily highlighted. Now, with the moon, sometimes that root chakra is extra sensitive, and sometimes it can play out where it's like, wow, I need to make sure I'm grounded every day because it's polarizing in the opposite. I actually feel the Aries energy is supporting it. So you're probably going to feel really grounded, very level-headed, very like 2 feet on the ground, very functional, practical energies. That's going on. So I just want to highlight that the root chakra is the one highlighted at this time in case you want to do some root chakra magic during this moon cycle, okay? Now, the fifth theme I want to talk about today is, oh, yes. This one got me so excited. Again, tapping into this full moon in Aries. Time to walk the path you want to be on, okay? Whatever's been holding you back for some time, I don't care what it is, I don't care who it is, like goodbye. Shut the door. The eclipses, the retrogrades are over, so we're leaving that past behind. With this full moon, it's like a fresh start, and going into eclipse season, it's like, who do you want to be? Let me give you some examples. Like if there's something you've been dreaming of and something that you want to do, but for whatever reason, it's not the right time, I don't have the money, like things are in alignment, maybe someday, like I'll do it later, like, no, why not now? Literally the time is now, like this is the path. So if you choose, here's the thing, if you see this path and like someday you want to be on this path and it's whatever, right? I want to move here, I want to start a business. It doesn't have to be those things. I don't know why I always use those as the main examples, but like whatever it is, you have this dream that this path you want to be on someday. Now, walk the path. Now is the time to walk the path. Now, I will say this. Now, I don't expect for a lot of this because we're in the new beginning. It's not just going to be like, bam, it just unfolds and we're all the way at the finish line. Like, walk the path. First, the portal opens and you walk through the portal, right? And you have to keep walking the path till you get all the way to Z, right? We're only at like the letter A. Oh, A in Aries. Look at that, right? So the portal opens, you walk through, and there it is, A. Well, you still have to go through B, C, D, E, blah, 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 all the way to Z. So here we are walking the path, like laying the foundation before you even get your ducks in a row, before you even cross the T's and dot the I's. Like here it is, just walk the path. What do you need to do, right? I'll give you an example. For me, I used to work in the bar scenes. Oh God, I used to manage bars and I like didn't want to do it anymore. I went through my awakening and I was like, okay, well, I'd like to do something else. I didn't know what. I had no idea. So what did I do? I just started aligning myself with like spiritual people. Like the careers unfolded. And again, it doesn't have to be work, but things just started panning out. The more I started surrounding myself with different people, places, and things, opportunities started showing up. So as soon as I just changed my daily habits and I started walking the path of who I wanted to be, being around more light workers, going to community events, and just like-minded souls, all of a sudden the path unfolded to me. So it didn't actually involve me knowing my whole path. I didn't even know step A. I just started walking the path. So what I want to say is time to walk the path you want to be. If you want to be grounded, then get a grounding exercise. If you're over racy thoughts, start a meditation exercise. Like, what is that final destination, or what does it take for you to quantum jump there? Start walking the path that's going to lead you there. Theme 5. It's time to walk the path you want to be on. Like, it's time, okay? Now, guys, I actually have a 6th theme. I know I normally only do 5, but there was so much going on, and trying to already cram all this information into one video was a lot. But this one right here, oh, the video is already out. Actually, this video is already out on my channel, so I'll try to link it up here, just so you guys can watch that as well, because I did a whole video on this. Wow, I forgot. Okay, the 6th theme. Remember in the beginning when I was talking about Pluto ending retrograde on the 8th, the full moon on the 9th, and then I said there was like a bam, bam, bam. Well, what happens on the 10th? Well, it's October 10th, so what's going to happen? It's the 10-10 portal. So retrograde ending, full moon, portal. First of all, just to have a portal and a full moon back to back, whoa, powerful, powerful, powerful time. Like, oh my God, a full moon and a portal within 24 hours of each other. God, I could like quantum jump anywhere in the world, right? I could manifest anything I want. And here's the thing, like let go of all the crap with the Pluto on the 8th, manifest your dreams on the 9th, and then step forth in that new reality on the 10th. I would probably manifest like on all the days though, and like tap into each other's energies. I'm all about like stacking. So I'd probably do that, but like there's a freaking portal the day after the full moon. Like how much more alignment do you need? Retrograde's ending, full moon happening, portal happening, eclipse season starting, like new. I can't even, listen, guys, go chase your dreams. You don't even need to chase them. Just walk the path. You'll be fine. There's all this brand new, like fresh starts. It's just a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be a human being, guys. I can't even, okay? All right, so those are my 5 themes. I'm sorry, 6 themes that came out in the collective for this full moon in Aries. So now we get to do our pick a card for our full moon message. And I do have my astrology deck out instead of my moon deck today, just because we're dealing with like so much planetary energy with the eclipses and the retrogrades. I figured let's use my astrology deck. So what I want you guys to do first is decide on a number between 1 and 3. Whatever number you guys decide on will be your full moon message, okay? So let's get the first card. So if you chose number 1, there it is. We've got the 3rd house, which is messages. Ooh, this is very interesting because you know what I'm seeing. It's like the eye of Ra. It's like the 3rd eye. It's like this is the main energy I'm seeing. And so this is what I want to talk about. Messages coming in. Sure, I'll highlight this. As we talked about, Mercury going back direct, block communication may have been happening, right? Things weren't working out. There could have been like, we stopped talking, somebody ghosted me, communication was just wonky, like things were in a more, not there, it's like not fluid, like in and out with conversations. People could have left. And so now that Mercury is back direct, messages may be coming in. I want to highlight that as like a minor messages of this, but I really want to say this is more messages from above. So really, if you chose card 1, be very open to any signs, any synchronicities, any messages that Spirit is leaving for you at this time. I honestly feel like I want you to record them, like write them down, because sometimes the downloads come in and we forget them because they come in so fast. So just make sure you keep your eyes open, your ears open, and pay attention to all the signs and synchronicity that Spirit has for you at this time. Card 1, okay? Now, if you chose number 2, let's grab, whoa, oh, flipped right out. There's 2. Okay, well, if you chose 2, you get 2 cards, okay? Didn't even get a shuffle, just came off my lap. Okay. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Okay, we've got 2 cards here. Mercury retrograde, like what? And it literally says reinvention. And then we've got Uranus genius. Okay. So let's talk about this. If you chose number 2, you've probably really been affected and really sensitive to planets going retrograde since you literally got 2 planets. The good news is with this Mercury retrograde, even this card, it says 51. You add the 5 and the 1 together, get 6. 6 is about harmony and balance and love. Okay. So this is good. This is good. You might have learned a bunch of lessons in Mercury retrograde. So now it is time. It literally says to reinvent yourself, which aligns with a fresh start and the new beginnings and all that's happening in Aries in the collective right now. So this is great. Just be careful. Uranus is still in retrograde. However, with this card, it does say genius. So what I want to say, listen, when a planet goes retrograde, it's not for worse. It's not bad. It's here to help us, to teach us and learn us and grow. And sometimes we have to learn and grow through difficult challenges, right? And then you like skyrocket up through the vibrational scale because you did the hard work. And so the Uranus, we actually want to be grateful and thankful that it's teaching us, because there might be that genius idea. It might be that light bulb moment. There might be these ahas. Things may start be clicking. Like really, you may even want to look at your Uranus placement in astrology in your birth chart, or you may want to see how you feel you've been feeling since Uranus went retrograde. There's something here about you in the retrogrades, but I also feel like whatever bright ideas you've been getting, whatever genius ideas you've been getting, it's time to like paper and pen, like let's start something, because you're reinventing something. So you literally could be picking something up from the past, which makes sense. Mercury brings a lot of past energies, but it could have been put on hold, especially during these retrogrades. But now, especially with Mercury getting out of retrograde, it could be the time to go, right? Endings happen, so new beginnings start. So that's where we can reinvent ourselves. So card 2, that is your message. Now, if you chose number 3, let's grab your card. Okay. There we go. Had a peeker, peeked out and went right back in. Okay, beautiful. So we have the 7th house about partnerships. I really like this. I'm sorry, no, it just says partners. Oh, that's even better. It's not even about partnerships. It's partners. So here's what I want to say. Partners. Now, partners can be you know what I honestly feel with this, because it can be platonic. It doesn't have to be this whole romantic situation, but I'm really like, listen, I have to go with what I'm channeling. The cards just are tools. And it said 7th house, and I was like, why am I really feeling like love and romance, right? And so here's what I want to highlight. Interesting enough, what we talked about as a brief note, like Venus aligning back up with Libra, right? And so it's like, ooh, finally, it's like in its home. Like, this is a great time. Meeting kindred spirits. So here's how I want to highlight it. Because with the partners, this can be soul tribe, but it feels like, whoa, destiny and fate. Like, I've known you before, probably past life, deja vu, stuff like that. But it's like a kindred spirit energy. For some of you, I'm really going to highlight, because again, I want to bring the 3 and the 4 together, 3 and the 1 together, making a 4 in this 31 in this card, which is that foundational, which is the foundational energy as we talk about Aries and the root chakra and all of that. So it's builds from the ground up. This could be a new relationship starting, okay? If it's not a brand new relationship, you could be rebuilding in a new relationship, because there is something, I keep just seeing the numbers. I want to pull them together as the foundation. So it's like, keep going. You're on the right track. This person is meant to be in your life. This is a partner you're supposed to have. And so you guys are either going to rebuild your relationship, or you're going to start a brand new relationship. This is definitely just around one person, I would say, instead of like a whole bunch of soul tribe family member. I feel it's just one special person, a kindred spirit. And I am going to lean that for most of you is romance, okay? But there's, great time to like start a romantic fairy tale here. Like, seriously, I don't know. This card just makes me feel very magical. So card 3 is all about partners, okay? All right, guys, so that ends our full moon in Aries video. So if you guys got anything out of this video, do me a favor with that thumbs up button this way. I know you got something that resonated. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. There's a bell too. I want you to hit the bell and turn on all notifications. Don't want you guys to miss out on any upcoming messages, because that next message just might be the message that you need to hear today. All right, my loves. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time, be blessed.